Stop for a moment because in just the last few days, we've said goodbye to true legends. From an Oscar-winning storyteller who changed independent film, to the songwriter whose music played while a generation found its courage, the news has been heavy. Please watch to the very end so we can honor each person properly. And then join me for a quiet tribute. Your memories in the comments matter, and they help keep these lives shining. We begin with Robert Redford. His passing feels like the close of a chapter in movie history. He wasn't only a leading man with that easy smile, he was a builder. He helped create a home for new voices with the Sundance Institute and the Sundance Film Festival. He directed a Best Picture winner, gave young filmmakers a chance, and carried stories that felt honest and human. Many of us met him through Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid or The Sting, and then grew up with his later work, both in front of and behind the camera. News of his death reminded people around the world how much he shaped the way we watch and make movies today. May his gift for quiet, truthful storytelling live on in every small film that takes a big risk. Only days later, another pillar of culture left us, songwriter and guitarist Sonny Curtis of the Crickets. Even if you don't know his name right away, you know his songs. He wrote I Fought the Law, a rock standard covered by bands for decades, and Love Is All Around, the theme from the Mary Tyler Moore Show that made so many people believe they could toss their hat in the air and start fresh. His music carried hope and grit in the same breath. Hearing that he passed felt like the radio turning down for a second everywhere at once. The lines he wrote simple, strong and true, played at weddings, in cars, and in small rooms where people needed a lift. That is a life well lived. Television fans also felt a sharp loss with the passing of Pat Crowley. She brought warmth and wit to Please Don't Eat the Daisies and so many other roles through the years. There was something easy about her style, as if she were a neighbor you'd known forever. Even when she was playing someone brand new, she could be funny without being loud and touching without being heavy. People who grew up watching her remember evenings on the couch with family, the soft laugh track, and a sense that good hearts always found a way. The news about her death sent many of us back to those episodes, grateful for a performer who made home feel closer. And then came word about Polly Holiday, the beloved Flo from Alice. Even if you watched only a handful of episodes, you remember the spark in her eyes, the tilt of the head, the line that made you grin even on a hard day. She carried a diner waitress with such charm that a side character became a force, and that energy spun off into a show of her own. When fans heard she was gone, they didn't just quote a catchphrase. They shared little moments how a look from Flo could end an argument or start a laugh. Comedy that kind and that human is rare, and it stays with you. Theatre lovers and variety fans mourned Riff Markowitz, the producer who brought the fabulous Palm Springs Follies to life. He turned a stage into a celebration of long careers and second acts, proving that Sparkle doesn't have an age limit. Audiences walked in curious and left cheering, because he knew how to make a show feel like a party where everyone belonged. News of his passing hit a whole community of performers who found new light under his watch. He wasn't just booking acts, he was building a place where joy felt daily. We also lost Paula Shaw, an actress whose face you knew even if you didn't know her name right away. She appeared in Freddy vs. Jason on The X-Files, and in many roles where a small moment needed a true professional. She had that steady, thoughtful presence that anchors a scene. Fans shared clips, short and sharp, calling out the way she could turn a single line into something you remember the next day. Character actors like her are the glue of film and TV. They hold the world together, so a story can stand. And finally, the fashion world is quieter after the death of Giorgio Armani. His designs taught a generation that simple lines can be powerful, that confidence can be soft, and that elegance doesn't need to shout. For many people, their first real suit or dress carried his influence, clean, calm, timeless. Models and actors loved how his clothes let them move like themselves. You didn't have to change who you were to look great. You just had to put on something that fit your life. His passing closed a long, beautiful era. These names come from different worlds: film, TV, music, theater, fashion, but the feeling is the same: gratitude. Each gave us something we can't hold in our hands yet carry every day. A line that lives in your head, a call that turns your mood around, a scene that makes you call someone you love, a suit that lets you walk into the room taller. When people like this leave, it's normal to feel a little unsteady. But their work doesn't disappear, it settles into our lives and waits there, ready to help on the next hard morning or the next big step. Think about Robert Redford picking projects that were honest and a bit daring. Think about Sonny Curtis writing a song that tells the truth in plain words. Think about Pat Crowley and Polly Holiday reminding us that kindness and humor can sit together at the same table. Think about Riff Markowitz keeping a spotlight bright for performers who still had plenty to give. Think about Paula Shaw doing the quiet work that makes scenes feel real. Think about Giorgio Armani showing the world that style can also be peace. If any one of these lives touched you, say so out loud right here. Tell the story of the first Redford film you watched with a parent. Share the track that pulled you through a rough patch because Sonny Curtis wrote it just right. Name the sitcom moment that made you laugh after a long day. Remember the theater show that surprised you. Link the episode where a single guest star made the whole hour work. Post a photo where a simple jacket made you feel like the best version of yourself. None of this is small. This is how we keep people with us. Please also take a breath for the loved ones they left behind, families, friends, co-workers who are feeling these losses in a different, deeper way. Our job as fans is to be gentle, to honor, and to resist the urge to turn grief into noise. When we share memories with care, we help. When we rewatch and replay and reread, we help. When we teach younger people why these names matter, we help. As we close, I'd like to spend a moment with the person who opened this video, Robert Redford. He believed in giving new artists a chance, and that is something all of us can keep doing. Support the small film that opens at your local theater. Share a short documentary someone made with heart. Cheer for a first-time songwriter at a tiny venue. Buy a ticket for a stage show where the cast is still learning to breathe together. This is how we turn loss into light. If you stayed to the end, thank you. Now, for 10 seconds, let's hold a simple tribute together. Think of one image, one scene, one song, one design. See it clearly. Say thank you in your own words. And when you're ready, pass that feeling forward. I'd love to hear your favorite memory of any of the people we honor today. Add it in the comments so others can find strength in your story. If this video helped you remember and reflect, please like it. Share it with a friend who needs a gentle moment. And subscribe for more respectful tributes and life stories. Your support helps keep these legacies alive, one honest memory at a time.